The senior category, and Jeff Croot only 6 points ahead of Justin Scott in that junior category. So some really excitement. We're going to have some good racing because Manfield and Taupo, sometimes not your traditional tracks for these Formula Sport guys. You've got the likes of Mark Perry. He is really accustomed to the streets of Wanganui, so look out for him. And we've had some attrition rate in this one here. Our thoughts with Craig Coolham. Hopefully everything okay with Craig Coolham. He was our leader after round number 1 at Taupo International Motorsport Park. Had a big crash at Manfield at round number 2, so no longer part of the series. We've also had the likes of Bish. He had a big crash at Manfield as well, no longer taking part in this series. He also had a crash at Taupo as well, so Dwayne Bishop. Another one that was normally one of the ones to watch around Wanganui, not with us for the series. We've got the likes of Jason Bardell, though. We've got plenty of talent out there. This will be pretty good. Our QS Boat Builders Formula Sport Junior and Senior coming up. 8-lap trip again, Nick. If anything like that pre-89, pre-95 thriller, we should be in for a hell of a treat here.
We most certainly should, and again, one to watch for is that Hayabusa of Sloan Chopper Frost there as well. Keep an eye on that 3 bike there, fastest qualifier of our Sport Seniors. So he will certainly be looking to prove some of these nimble 1,000 bikes that he's still got it. So these boys are going to do a formation lap. Just take a look at the track, see what's changed since they were last out there for the qualifying session. But if anything, it's probably got a few more degrees in it, and I reckon it's a bad day to be a rear tyre on one of these bikes, Brad.
Absolutely, you couldn't have said it better actually. There's 26 re-entries, and also we saw how chaotic an 8-lapper was last race around. Should have plenty more of that to look out for here. So yeah, like Nick touched on, two-time New Zealand Superbike champion Sloan Chopper Frost on the big thundering Hayabusa. He'll be one to watch as well. Just want to see how his brakes are going to handle this thing. It's a big motorcycle to be braking hard around the streets of Wanganui, so we'll see how this unfolds. There's plenty of tales to be told. We've got the likes of Jeff Croot, first of our junior. He's on the front row, and he is a really quick competitor on junior machinery around here. Steve Bridge, legend of New Zealand road racing. He's in the top 10 all-time winners around the cemetery circuit, so don't discount him either, Nick. There's plenty to look out for. Some high-quality names and high-quality machines about to do battle for an 8-lap trip for our QS Boat Builders Formula Sport Junior and Senior, and we're on here. As we're forming up nicely now in the marshal's hands, plenty to sort out here with 26 bikes in all to get ready to go. And great to see Mark Perry on pole position. He loves this place. He's had a couple of wins before when it was a Bears category. So he'll be certainly looking to light them up there. We've got Jason Bardell, that's the Das Beast, the big beast, thundering BMW S1000R. There is that Hayabusa of Sloan Chopper Frost. You can see how wide that machine is. That will be a handful for him. And great to see the Suzuki New Zealand ambassador out there, Nick. That's going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Yeah, it really will be, eh? So yeah, again, it's probably got a few more kilos packed on it than the rest of these bikes. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what it's like to start as well. This is going to be really interesting to watch. We put it into the hands of our starters now. The green flag is there.
All right.
Ready to go.
Business time here. When the lights go out, we're going to go racing. Formula Sport, Junior and Senior. Race 1 of the Cemetery Circuit is ready to go. And we're away. A great start. Mark Perry on pole. Also, Sloan Frost on the Hayabusa is going to drag them down and brake hard, but doesn't quite have the brakes of those other nimble machines. Steve Bridge has got himself racy around the outside. Jeff Croot, good start as well. There's Jason Bardell from the second row. He's going to get himself in about 5th place, but it is Mark Perry converts his pole into an early race lead here down the Sharp As line haul straight and brake hard into the Suzuki crossing. And yeah, brilliant stuff. This is going to be good, Nick. 8 laps of this, can't wait.
Yes, looking forward to our 8 laps of QS Boat Builders Formula Sport there, and the City Honda powered rig of Mark there is putting those boys in the honesty box there. Really, he's looking fantastic as he goes into Robert Holden there. He's already taken a fair few bike lengths off the rest of the pack there. Let's see what Chopper can do for the rest of the race there. But that was a fantastic start from Mark as we come down the main freight curves and over the Bridgestone overbridge there. It looks to be the team that left into the corner. Left them as it were. Mark Perry controls Sloan Frost, and let's take a look once Emmy's timing rolls over. We'll update the rest of the pack there.
Yeah, Steve Bridge there in 3rd place, so Bridgie gets a really good start. He's there. Jeff Croot will be the first of the junior category in 4th place. Jason Bardell 5th. Shannon Dell, another one of the senior competitors, in 6th place. Daryl Craigie, that is the second of the junior bikes in P7. John Oliver, he is the leader of our Formula Sport overall classification. He'll be desperate to try and get a few more points than that. So, oh man, there's plenty of tales to be told. You've got the likes of Mark Perry. He is down He is in about fourth place overall, only 9 points off John Oliver overall, so this will be tantalising for him. He hasn't had the best round 1 and 2, but if he can put it all together here at the Cemetery Circuit, he could be in line for overall glory here in the Suzuki International Series. The coveted Formula Sport trophy up for grabs, and look at how quick Sloane Frost is getting in second place. This is going to get exciting really soon. Purple lap time for Chopper. He goes 52.2. He's half a second quicker than our race leader. Jeff Croot's now up into third place, but that is a different class. So Steve Bridge relegated to fourth on the track, but still going to be third in that race. Man, this is going to be good, Nick. Look out for that big Hayabusa starting to get into its work.
He certainly is. You see him take a huge dive over the finish line as well. He meant business. He was coming in real hot after that lap. Awesome from Chopper, followed by Jeff Croot as well in third place. So we're well into the 52s now for our top 3 riders. 0.3 of a second between Mark Perry here and Chopper Frost in second. But like you mentioned, Brad, Mark Perry not having the best of results in the first 2 rounds, but it ain't over until we go to the streets of Wanganui, where these experienced riders can show the rest of them how it's done. So Steve Bridge sitting there in fourth place. Awesome ride from him. Great to see him getting up there. And Shannon Dallow on that 222, that white bike there. He's tucked away. There's your top 5. And it's looking like Mark Perry's sitting pretty comfortable in first place now. He seems to know Chopper's tricks, and he's kept a decent margin, Brad.
Yeah, we just did his fastest lap of the race of 52.3, so he is getting into his work, and I think, yeah, he just seems to have that Aprilia RSV4 just good enough in the right areas to keep Chopper at bay at the moment. But Chopper, multiple-time winner around the streets of Wanganui. He's a very, very top-level New Zealand road racer, former 2-time New Zealand Superbike champion. He'll have a few tricks up his sleeve for sure, and this is going to be a great little race here. We're nearly halfway through it. They're going to have 4 laps to go when they cross the start and finish line. Steve Bridge under a bit of pressure. That's a podium battle for Formula Sport Senior. And I tell you what, the 222, that is a really standout performance here. It's going to be exciting to see. Podium beckons here. In race 1 for Shannon Dallow, with Jason Bardell just slowly losing touch with that podium fight. He's coming back in 6th place. Daryl Craigie will be the second of the junior competitors. John Oliver, the one with work to do, leader of the category overall for the Suzuki International Series. He is stuck there in 8th place and slowly making a good work of it here. So John Oliver had a great showing at Manfield at round number 2. And we've got shout-outs to give all round, like the 67 Roadkill Racing, and that is Mud. Go Mud, he's loving it out there. So we've got some really good names out there, Nick, and certainly delighting us, especially that battle at the front.
Yeah, it really is. Like you mentioned as well, like a class leader could be sitting in 8th place here at Cemetery Circuit. You never know what the streets of Wanganui are going to throw you, but it looks like it's still Mark Perry in control over Sloane Frost. Jeff Croot, Steve Bridge sitting in there. So yeah, he's got a bit of work to do if he wants to keep Shannon Dallow from taking that senior class, or the Formula Sports senior class trophy there. So just keeping an eye on that top 5. They're looking pretty comfortable there. Sloane Frost, still your fastest man out on the track, certainly showing his pedigree there, and there's only 0.1 of a second between first and second.
Yeah, Chopper a little bit quicker than Mark on that lap around. Things heating up at the front with 3 laps to go. So you got Sloane Frost second, Mark Perry hanging on to the lead, and if he can hang on to the win, he will be our points leader heading into the final Formula Sport race later on. So there's plenty to play for here. Jeff Croot, first of the seniors. He has a 6-point lead in that category, so he'll be desperate to hang on for there. Shannon Dallow's up into the podium, so he is now 4th in the race, 3rd in class. Steve Bridge will be relegated back there, and Jason Bardell, who's getting excited about the proposition of a potential Cemetery Circuit podium. But we're coming down to the nitty-gritty. 2 laps going to be here to go, and this battle at the front, absolutely electric. Mark Perry, Sloane Frost inseparable on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's awesome to see. We saw Sloane bided his time in the qualifying session and left it till the last lap to put in a flyer. So will he do the same here as well? He's been slowly gaining on Mark Perry after a comfortable start. I think that Hayabusa is just a bit of a beast to manage around some of those corners where these thousands can compose themselves a little bit better. But certainly showing us that not just a Formula One race bike that can win on the streets of Wanganui, Brad.
That was a good move from Stephen Leggett. That's up into what will be 6th place in the class and hunting down John Oliver. So we've got overall glory up for grabs here. John Oliver, Stephen Leggett, and you got what will be Ian Reid, I think, on that iTools machine. So there's a couple of senior competitors, 6th, 7th and 8th on the racetrack. They're going through the S's here at the moment, but the white flag won't be far away for our race-leading pair. And Sloane Frost, a big bit of excitement coming. There's 1 lap to go very shortly, Nick. This is absolutely spectacular. We've got a race lead change. Sloane Frost in the lead ahead of Mark Perry. Jeff Croot still there in 3rd place. Shannon Dallow and Steve Bridge almost inseparable As you can see, that podium battle going into turn 1. Jason Bardell's come along for the ride. There's plenty of stories to be told. There is our race leader coming down the sharp as 9-hole straight. What a performance from the man, Sloane Chopper Frost. Unbelievable stuff here at the Cemetery Circuit. They are going through the S's. There's Jeff Croot. He's getting racy as well. He's in a different class than Mark, but he's piling on a bit of pressure, and catch him if you can from Chopper. Absolutely brilliant. The Suzuki New Zealand ambassador. Sloane Chopper Frost, you'd have to go back so many years before a Hayabusa has won around the streets of Wanganui. This is going to feel absolutely special. Into the Bridgestone overbridge for the final time. What an 8-lapper we've had here. Sloane Frost has pulled off an amazing race win. He'll take the first of the Formula Sport senior ones. Jeff Root's going to come home in second place. That'll be the first of our junior bikes. And that one there, with Mark Perry coming home in second place, and he'll be odds on now to take that overall points lead, I believe, with John Oliver back in about 7th place, Nick. So, oh man, we are in for an absolute treat. Formula Sport dishing it up here big time.
What an incredible race that was to see Sloane show us why he is a 2-time New Zealand Superbike champion and compose himself again. And he'll be down with Jared Love to have a riveting yarn about how that one went. And Mark Perry held on to that one for the majority of the race and then slipped back, and even Jeff Croot got in there for a second place as well. What a ride from Jeff to put on a performance like